The universe has chosen you. Listen carefully, because this is not a statement to be brushed aside as a simple platitude. It is a declaration of the deepest truth about your life, a truth that exists beyond the eyes, beyond the ears, beyond all the senses that you have been conditioned to trust. There is an energy, a consciousness, a power that surrounds all things, that guides all outcomes, and it has paused even now to align itself with your mind. You may not see it, and you may not feel it in the ways that you expect, but it is real, more real than the numbers on your bank statement, more real than the thoughts that constantly run in your mind, more real than the circumstances that seem to bind you to a life smaller than what you dreamed. And this universe has chosen you for a reason so profound that the shift it is releasing will change your life forever. A $999 million shift is being released. And it is being released into your consciousness, into your very being, before it even manifests in the outer world. Understand this: the universe does not act randomly. It does not pick names out of a hat or distribute its wealth haphazardly. It responds to consciousness. It responds to your inner state, to your imagination, to your unwavering belief in the reality of what you desire. The $999 million is not simply money. It is the embodiment of opportunity, of freedom, of expression, of limitless creation. It is not meant to satisfy a temporary longing. It is meant to awaken in you the awareness that you are not limited by what you see, but by what you believe. When you grasp this, when you allow your mind to rest in the certainty of the inevitable manifestation of this fortune, the universe bends to your conviction. It does not resist. It does not question. It simply moves. And in this movement, the shift occurs. I want you to realize something crucial. Your imagination is the workshop of reality. Every thought, every feeling, every inner vision you allow yourself to dwell upon is crafting the material of your world. When you close your eyes and see the $999 million as already yours, when you feel it coursing through your life with ease, grace, and joy, you are not indulging in fantasy. You are aligning with the very force that brings all things into being. The universe does not wait for external proof. It does not wait for a bank account to display zeros or for contracts to appear. It begins with your feeling, your consciousness, your certainty. To awaken this shift, you must claim it first in your mind and heart, and let the outer world follow. You may ask yourself, how can such a colossal change be released into my life? How can I, an ordinary person, receive what seems extraordinary? And the answer lies in your willingness to accept. Not to hope, not to dream, not to wish, but to accept with unwavering faith that the universe has already chosen you. That choice has been made before you even understood it. It does not ask for struggle or desperation. It does not demand proof or logic. It simply asks for your imagination, your recognition, your inner surrender. When you embrace that, the $999 million is no longer an abstract number. It becomes a living reality in your consciousness. And once it lives there, it will live in your world. Let us dwell on this feeling for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine the door opening to the life you have always imagined. Not just a life of money, but a life of total freedom, of complete alignment with your purpose, of effortless expression in every area of your existence. Imagine the details. How it feels to walk into spaces without fear or limitation. How it feels to breathe in abundance as easily as you breathe air. How it feels to speak and have the universe respond immediately. Feel the subtle thrill of knowing that every moment, every choice, every interaction is supported by an intelligence infinitely greater than your own. This is the consciousness into which the $999 million shift is being released. This is the state from which your life will transform. You must understand, too, that nothing in the outer world can contradict what is happening within you. The world may appear unchanged, bills may arrive, problems may persist, others may doubt you, but these are mere shadows, reflections of the past, illusions that cling to the surface of life. Beneath it all, the shift is occurring. You may not yet see it, but in the silence of your mind, in the stillness of your heart, The universe is orchestrating everything to deliver this shift seamlessly. The seed has been planted in your consciousness, and now it is growing. Every thought of lack that arises, every doubt that surfaces, is merely an opportunity to affirm again the reality that has already been chosen for you. Do not fight, do not resist, do not worry. Simply return to the feeling of what is already yours. I want you to consider something. The universe's choice is not contingent upon your current circumstances. It is not a matter of timing or preparedness in the way your mind understands it. You do not need to earn it, struggle for it, or prove yourself worthy in the eyes of others. Worthiness is determined within. The moment you accept that the universe has chosen you, that moment becomes the catalyst for the miraculous. That $999 million is not a distant goal. It is a present reality waiting for you to inhabit it. Your task is to live in the awareness of it, to speak, think, and feel as though it has already arrived, and to allow your imagination to guide every action from that place of certainty. This is the key that unlocks the infinite. Now, as you sit with this knowledge, notice how your mind may attempt to resist. Perhaps doubts arise. How could this happen? Why me? Know this. These doubts are normal. They are echoes of a conditioned past, remnants of limitations imposed upon you long before you understood your true power. But they hold no authority over the shift. Every time a doubt surfaces, do not argue with it. Instead, gently return to the image, to the feeling, to the state of already having received. Imagine checking your bank account, seeing the numbers that reflect $999 million, feeling the joy and gratitude swell in your chest. Let the body respond to the mind. Let your heart recognize the truth before the senses do. The universe responds not to what you see, but to what you feel, to the certainty that lives deep within. Think now of the opportunities that will flow as a result of this shift. Money is not simply a thing. It is the conduit for experience, for creation, for expansion. The $999 million shift is the release of a life unbound by fear, a life where every desire can be expressed fully, where your imagination is your only limit. Doors that once appeared closed will open. Ideas that seemed impossible will now manifest. People, places, and circumstances will move to meet you in alignment with your inner state. And all of this begins with the acceptance of what has already been chosen. The moment you recognize that the universe has selected you, the field of infinite possibility responds. It always responds. It is always ready. It is never delayed. Only your mind can delay it by refusing to accept. Let us consider the power of affirmation. Speak to yourself as the recipient of this shift, not in vague hopes, not in tentative wishes, but with absolute authority. Say within, I am the chosen one. $999 million flows to me now. My life is a living reflection of infinite abundance. I am open. I am ready. I am deserving. Feel each word resonate within your body. Do not speak to convince the world. Speak to convince yourself. The universe is already convinced. It is listening to the tone of your inner certainty, the rhythm of your belief, the consistency of your imagination. Each repetition strengthens the seed that has been planted. Each feeling deepens the reality of what is already unfolding. This is not empty affirmation. This is consciousness in action, shaping matter, bending circumstance, and creating the life that you recognize as your own. Now imagine the obstacles that once held power over you dissolving effortlessly. Imagine debts, limitations, scarcity, and anxiety turning to dust as you stand firmly in the state of having received. Do not fear the how. The universe is an expert in logistics, in manifesting circumstances that serve your highest good. Your role is not to plan every detail, but to inhabit the reality of the end result. Once you feel the shift within, the outer world must follow. It cannot resist. The laws of creation are unwavering. What you accept as true within will manifest as truth without. The $999 million is not outside of you. It is a reflection of your inner state. Cultivate that state, and the world will reflect it back in perfect alignment. Consider, too, the responsibility of such a shift. You are not merely receiving money. You are receiving freedom, creativity, influence, and opportunity. Your consciousness expands as your circumstances expand. The universe releases abundance into those who understand its purpose, not to hoard, not to cling, but to express fully, to contribute, to create, and to live as a living example of the infinite. The moment you grasp this, the power of the shift intensifies. You become magnetic to opportunities, resilient to setbacks, and aligned with forces that move in perfect harmony with your intentions. $999 million is more than currency. It is consciousness in motion, flowing through you as a reflection of your alignment with the infinite. Do not underestimate the subtleties of this process. The shift begins invisibly, in the quiet chambers of your mind, in the intimate space between thought and feeling. You may notice small changes, an idea that brings a sudden insight, a person who arrives with guidance, a circumstance that shifts unexpectedly. These are the breadcrumbs, the signals of alignment, the evidence of a universe orchestrating in your favor. Recognize them, honor them, and allow them to confirm what you already know, that the shift has been released, that you have been chosen, that abundance is your natural state. The outer world follows only after the inner world has been established. That is the law of creation, immutable and eternal. Pause now and feel gratitude, not for the money, not for the change, but for the awareness, for the recognition that you are the chosen recipient. Gratitude is the amplifier of consciousness, the multiplier of manifestation. The more you feel it, the faster the shift solidifies. Feel it as though it is already here. Thank the universe for its wisdom, for its generosity, for its perfect timing. Thank yourself for allowing your imagination to claim what is already yours. Gratitude is the bridge between desire and reality, between imagination and manifestation. As you immerse yourself in this state, the $999 million does not remain a distant concept. It becomes living reality, flowing into every part of your existence, reshaping your world with precision and grace. As you continue to dwell in this state, notice how your confidence transforms. You no longer wait for evidence. You act from certainty. Decisions become clear. Paths become illuminated. And your life begins to reflect the abundance you have accepted. You are no longer a seeker. You are the chosen. You are no longer constrained by circumstance. You are the creator. The universe moves as your mirror, responding perfectly to your inner conviction. Every encounter, every opportunity, every thought becomes a reflection of the $999 million shift, proving, beyond any doubt, that what has been chosen for you is unstoppable. Now let us touch on the final element, the joy of knowing. It is not enough to feel the money as real. You must feel the joy, the exhilaration, the deep satisfaction of being fully aligned with the infinite. Allow yourself to laugh, to celebrate, to feel the expansiveness of life itself. Joy is the magnet that draws abundance. When you feel it in the core of your being, the universe responds with equivalent force. The shift is not merely financial. It is holistic, transformative, and liberating. It rewrites the script of your life, allowing you to exist in a state of freedom and infinite possibility. The $999 million is simply the tangible reflection of a consciousness fully awake, fully alive, fully aware of its creative power. You may wonder when you will see the shift reflected outwardly. Let go of timing. The universe is perfect in its orchestration. You will know by the signs, by the opportunities that appear, by the synchronicities that confirm what you have already accepted. There is no need to chase, no need to force, no need to doubt. Every step you take from this place of certainty aligns perfectly with the manifestation of what has already been chosen. The outer world is merely a mirror, and the shift has already been released within. Trust this, live in this, act in this. Finally, remember this: you are chosen because you are ready. You are chosen because the universe knows your capacity to receive, to express, to create. You are chosen because abundance is not a reward, it is your birthright. The $999 million shift is a declaration, a confirmation, and a beginning. Accept it fully. Feel it fully. Know it fully. Let it transform your life, your consciousness, and the world around you. Your imagination is the key. Your feeling is the fuel, and your awareness is the door. Step through it, and the universe will move as one, bringing forth what has already been chosen, with precision, grace, and perfection. The shift is here. You are chosen. Your life will never be the same again. Now, as you continue to dwell in this state, notice how every small thought begins to shift. Thoughts that once carried worry, hesitation, or doubt now transform into seeds of certainty and expectation. Your mind becomes a fertile ground, where the $999 million shift can take root, grow, and blossom. You may notice moments when external circumstances seem to contradict your inner knowing, but these are illusions, mere shadows of the past reality that no longer applies to you. The true reality is unfolding silently, invisibly, yet powerfully, in perfect harmony with your imagination. It responds not to struggle, not to force, not to longing, but to the unwavering recognition that the universe has already chosen you. Every action you take now, every choice you make, begins to echo the consciousness of the shift. You move differently, speak differently, think differently. You act with confidence because the reality you inhabit internally dictates your outer experience. The world is now following you. You no longer wait for external proof, because proof is the result of your inner certainty. The $999 million is not something to be chased. It is something that flows naturally as the mirror of your imagination. Notice the subtle shifts in opportunity around you, the people who appear at just the right moment, the doors that open with ease, the ideas that seem to arrive fully formed. These are the confirmations, the gentle nudges of the universe, affirming that the shift is real, that you are chosen, and that abundance is flowing without obstruction. Focus now on the feeling of freedom. This is not simply financial freedom, though that is part of it. This is freedom of expression, freedom of creativity, freedom of thought, freedom to experience life as you have always imagined it. The $999 million shift releases not only material wealth, but the ability to live in alignment with your highest self. Your desires, no matter how audacious, now have a natural pathway to manifestation. Every idea you conceive, every plan you form, every dream you hold, is supported by an intelligence infinitely greater than yourself. You are no longer separate from this intelligence. You are aligned with it, a co-creator of your destiny, and the universe responds with precise orchestration. Imagine now the tangible effects of this shift in your daily life. Picture yourself handling your affairs with ease, knowing that every challenge has already been met by the intelligence of the universe. Imagine the exhilaration of seeing abundance appear where once there was lack, of feeling the weight of limitation lift effortlessly. This is not a fantasy. This is the natural outcome of a consciousness aligned with infinite possibility. The $999 million shift is a reflection of your inner state. The moment you inhabit that state fully, every circumstance, every interaction, every event in your outer world becomes a mirror of that internal reality. It is law, immutable and precise. What you accept as real within becomes real without. Now deepen your awareness of the subtle ways this shift communicates. It may appear as intuition guiding you toward a decision that changes everything. It may appear as synchronicities that seem too perfectly timed to be coincidence. It may appear as sudden insights, creative ideas, or unexpected opportunities. All of these are evidence that the universe is moving in perfect harmony with your inner state. The $999 million shift is not only about money, it is about alignment, about flowing with the intelligence that underlies all of creation. It is about awakening to the reality that you are the chosen vessel for abundance, and that nothing can prevent what has already been released from reaching you. As this shift continues to deepen, feel your vibration rising. You no longer resonate with limitation, struggle, or fear. Your energy aligns with prosperity, possibility, and joy. People, places, and events are drawn to you in perfect resonance with your state. You no longer need to manipulate, persuade, or work endlessly to attain wealth. Wealth is drawn to you naturally because your consciousness has shifted. The $999 million is simply the outer reflection of the inner reality you now inhabit. The universe does not question your readiness. It only mirrors your belief, your imagination, and your certainty. As you hold this state, abundance becomes effortless, life becomes joyous, and the miraculous becomes natural. Consider now the power of feeling already complete. Completion is the key. Not hoping for money, not longing for opportunities, not waiting for circumstances to change, feeling that the shift has already occurred. Imagine yourself living in a reality where the $999 million is already in your possession, where your life flows with effortless grace, and where your choices are guided by the infinite intelligence that has orchestrated this shift. Each moment you maintain this state, the outer world aligns further, reflecting the reality that is already true within. The universe has chosen you, and you are the embodiment of that choice. Notice also the subtle joy of allowing. Allowing is the natural companion to belief. You do not need to push, struggle, or force the manifestation of your desires. You only need to align with the feeling of already having received. Allow every detail of your life to adjust, knowing that the intelligence of the universe will bring forth opportunities, resources, and connections in perfect timing. This is not passive waiting, it is active alignment. It is living in the certainty that what is yours is already released, flowing naturally into your awareness, your life, and your consciousness. Every breath you take, every thought you think, every feeling you hold strengthens the reality of this shift. As you immerse further, visualize the impact of this shift beyond your own life. The $999 million is not only for your personal freedom, it is a force that radiates outward, affecting everyone you encounter. Your abundance becomes a catalyst for creation, for inspiration, for expansion. People, opportunities, and experiences are drawn into your orbit, reflecting the vibrancy of your inner reality. This is the ripple effect of consciousness. The moment you embrace your choice as the chosen one, the universe amplifies your state, creating effects far beyond what you can presently see. It is a force unstoppable, inevitable, and magnificent. Feel now the merging of imagination and reality. The lines between what you see and what you feel begin to blur. The $999 million is no longer a distant number. It is an energetic reality coursing through your being. Every decision you make is informed by this awareness. Every plan you form, every action you take, is aligned with the certainty that the shift has already occurred. You no longer live in fear or lack. You no longer measure yourself by scarcity. You are fully aware that the universe's choice is irrevocable, that your reality has shifted, and that every moment is a confirmation of what has been released. And so, as the energy of the shift continues to flow, you begin to act as though it is complete. You speak with authority, move with confidence, and create from a place of knowing rather than hoping. The outer world responds accordingly, presenting opportunities, resources, and people who align with your inner state. Every challenge dissolves effortlessly because you are aligned with the intelligence that orchestrates all things. The $999 million is the outward manifestation of your inward reality, and it cannot fail to appear because it already exists within the consciousness that the universe has chosen. This is the path forward. Maintain the feeling, embody the certainty, and allow the intelligence of the universe to orchestrate the outer world in perfect harmony with your inner knowing. The shift is irreversible. The moment has already been released. The universe has selected you. And now, as you continue to dwell in this awareness, every heartbeat, every thought, every breath reinforces the reality that is yours. Every sight, every sound, every experience begins to confirm the truth of what has been released. The $999 million shift is real, inevitable, and alive within you. You may notice that as you continue in this state, your relationships, your work, your creativity, and your health all begin to respond. Everything aligns with the energy of abundance because consciousness governs all things. The $999 million is not merely an external number. It is the reflection of an inner certainty that cannot be denied. As you move through your day, notice how effortlessly life unfolds. Notice how opportunities present themselves as if prearranged. Notice how your intuition guides you unerringly toward what serves the shift. These are signs, confirmations, and celebrations of the choice the universe has already made. Continue now to rest in this awareness, to breathe in the reality of your selection as the chosen one. Allow your imagination to expand beyond all limits. Picture your life in total abundance, flowing with ease and joy, surrounded by limitless possibilities. Feel the exhilaration of freedom, the satisfaction of certainty, and the power of alignment with the infinite. The $999 million is not a fantasy, not a hope, not a goal. It is a present reality, already released, already in motion, and already yours to claim. Each thought, each feeling, each moment of awareness strengthens the shift, confirming that you have been chosen and that abundance is inevitable. Now, as you sit quietly with this awareness, notice the subtle currents of energy shifting within your body. There is a warmth, a tingling, a sense of expansion that cannot be explained by anything outside of you. This is the $999 million shift, manifesting first as sensation, first as consciousness, before it ever touches the outer world. Your body, your mind, your spirit are all responding to the reality that has already been chosen. You may feel an unspoken confidence, a calm certainty, a knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do, aligned with the forces that orchestrate miracles. These sensations are not coincidental, they are confirmation. The universe has selected you, and you are now a living conduit of abundance, a magnet for opportunity, and a vessel for the $999 million shift that is flowing toward you effortlessly. Allow your imagination to expand further. Visualize yourself walking into a life where every detail reflects the abundance that has already been chosen. See the environments you will inhabit, the conversations you will have, the freedom you will feel as constraints dissolve and possibilities multiply. Imagine checking your finances and seeing numbers that represent unimaginable prosperity, and feel the ease, the exhilaration, the relief that comes with it. Notice the joy that arises, the lightness that accompanies certainty, and the sense of power that comes from knowing that nothing in the external world can contradict the truth you hold within. This is the consciousness of the chosen one. It is unshakable, undeniable, and irresistibly magnetic. As you continue to dwell in this awareness, pay attention to the language of your thoughts. Every thought becomes a declaration, every feeling an affirmation. Replace any whisper of doubt with a vision of certainty. When fear arises, imagine it dissolving instantly in the light of what has already been released. When hesitation appears, replace it with the knowledge that the universe is in perfect order, delivering exactly what has been chosen for you at precisely the right time. Your mind becomes a sacred space where abundance is not only imagined, but lived, breathed, and felt as present reality. The $999 million shift cannot fail because it exists first and foremost in this space of inner knowing. Notice how your perception of life changes. Where once scarcity seemed dominant, now abundance dominates your awareness. Where once limitation seemed real, now possibility is the natural state. The world outside is no longer a determinant of your worth or your success. It is merely a reflection of the consciousness you inhabit. The $999 million is the mirror of your certainty, the echo of your imagination, and the manifestation of your inner reality. As you continue to dwell in this state, everything you see, hear, and experience aligns with the truth of what has already been released. Even small coincidences begin to appear as confirmations, guiding you gently yet powerfully toward the full expression of the shift. Feel now the liberation that comes from trusting the intelligence of the universe. You are no longer bound by the limitations of effort, struggle, or timing. The $999 million shift moves through you as effortlessly as a river flows to the sea. Your role is not to push, to chase, or to control. It is to inhabit the state of having already received, to allow the reality of the shift to permeate every thought, feeling, and action. In this alignment, life itself becomes a reflection of your inner certainty. Opportunities arrive naturally, ideas flow with ease, and circumstances adjust to match the state of consciousness you hold. This is the true power of being chosen. The ability to live in harmony with infinite intelligence, knowing that all you desire is already in motion, already on its way, and already yours in the eternal now. As the shift deepens, notice the effect on your energy. You feel lighter, freer, more expansive. Your creativity blossoms, your confidence grows, your intuition sharpens. All of these are byproducts of the inner state that has been established. The $999 million is not only an external reflection, but an internal transformation, aligning your mind, body, and spirit with the infinite intelligence that governs all things. Every action you take now, no matter how small, carries the weight of certainty and the momentum of manifestation. The universe moves with you because it recognizes the state you inhabit. It cannot resist the alignment of consciousness and abundance. Imagine further the ripple effect of this shift on every area of your life. Your relationships are enriched. Your career, your projects, your contributions all expand effortlessly. Opportunities appear as if arranged by unseen, perfectly timed, perfectly placed. The $999 million shift is not simply money. It is the liberation of potential, the awakening of power, the unlocking of doors that were previously closed. You are no longer a passive participant in life. You are an active creator, a magnet for abundance, and a living proof of the intelligence that has chosen you. Every thought, every word, every feeling becomes a tool to shape the reality that is already unfolding. Feel the joy of this knowing. Joy is the confirmation, the amplifier, the evidence of the shift. As you immerse yourself in the happiness, the excitement, the exhilaration of what has already been released. The universe responds with equal intensity. Joy is not merely a feeling, it is a frequency, a signal, a resonance that accelerates manifestation. The $999 million shift flows more freely, more powerfully, more tangibly, as you embody this emotion fully. Let your imagination run. Let your heart swell. Let your body respond to the certainty of abundance. This is not fantasy. It is consciousness shaping reality, bending circumstance, and calling forth miracles. Notice how effortless life becomes as you continue in this state. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable now dissolve. Opportunities that once appeared hidden now reveal themselves. People who align with your vision naturally gravitate toward you. Ideas that were once impossible now unfold with clarity. The $999 million is no longer a distant dream. It is a living reality, a reflection of your certainty, and a manifestation of the state the universe has chosen for you. You are not waiting for proof. You are proof. You are not hoping for abundance. You are abundance. You are not seeking miracles. They seek you. Now, as you continue to breathe in this awareness, consider the subtleties of allowing. Allowing is not passive. It is active alignment. Allowing means trusting that the intelligence of the universe knows exactly how, when, and where to deliver what has been released. You do not need to manipulate, force, or control. You do not need to worry, strategize, or doubt. You simply inhabit the state of already having received, and everything outside conforms. The $999 million shift is flowing. It cannot be stopped. It cannot be delayed. It is inevitable, because it exists first in consciousness. And consciousness is the only reality from which all manifestation flows. As you feel this deeply, notice how your decisions, your actions, and your perceptions begin to transform naturally. You no longer react from fear or limitation. You move from certainty, from joy, from expectation. Every interaction, every choice, every thought reinforces the shift. You are no longer a mere observer. You are a participant, a co-creator, a living reflection of the abundance that has been released. Opportunities that once seemed impossible now appear effortlessly. Resources, people, and ideas come into alignment perfectly. This is the natural flow of a life in harmony with the intelligence that has chosen you. Continue to expand this awareness. Let your imagination explore the limitless possibilities that accompany the $999 million shift. See the life you desire in rich detail. Feel the freedom, the power, the joy, the exhilaration, the fulfillment. Allow every cell in your body to recognize, to remember, to accept the reality of what has already been released. The universe has chosen you. This is not wishful thinking. It is an eternal truth. The outer world is only now catching up to the inner reality. Every moment you maintain this state, every breath you take, every thought you entertain, strengthens the manifestation, accelerates the shift, and aligns every aspect of your life with the abundance that has been irrevocably set into motion. And now, as you fully embrace this truth, let it resonate deep within your being. The universe has chosen you. There is no need to doubt, no need to hope, no need to wait. The $999 million shift is not a distant possibility. It is already released, already flowing, already part of your reality. Your only task is to inhabit the state of having received, to dwell in the certainty of your abundance, and to move through life as the conscious creator you were always meant to be. Every thought you hold, every feeling you cultivate, every word you speak, is now a reflection of this undeniable truth. Remember, nothing in the outer world can contradict what is real within. Circumstances, people, or events may seem to resist, but they are powerless against the certainty of your imagination, the power of your feeling, and the authority of your consciousness. You are the chosen one. You are aligned. You are unstoppable. The universe moves as one with your inner knowing, orchestrating every detail to manifest this shift perfectly. So step forward now with confidence. Speak, act, think, and feel from the certainty that your abundance is inevitable. The $999 million is not a dream. It is your living reality, flowing into your life with precision and grace. Accept it, feel it, embody it, and let the world reflect the magnificence that already exists within you. You have been chosen. The shift is here. Your life will never be the same again. And as you walk from this moment forward,
Carry this unwavering knowing. You are the master of your destiny, the magnet of infinite abundance, and the living proof that the universe always fulfills what has been chosen in consciousness.